Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Creaky Chair. We are Dominion Gaming, and we bring to you our 2014 Video Game Awards. My name is Wolf. I'm joined by the one and only Impstar, Brutos,
Hey guys, going?
What up, suckers?
and clearly the man who shall not be said his name, but I can't not say his name because it is so awesome. Mindless Bacon.
Sup?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves the Dominion Gaming VGA Awards. So, obviously, this we did the same thing last year, but we didn't do a video of it. We just decided to post up all the categories and which ones were the winners, etc., on our Facebook page, which we will do as of January the 1st. I do have that day off, so I will be able to get very drunk tomorrow night and then post that up, if I remember, on January the 1st. So we're going to try and keep this brief-ish, but we're going to go through each of the categories and talk a little bit about our winners and why we chose them and whatnot. I'm going to tell you the categories right now, and then we'll go through them starting from the top. So the categories are as follows. Most surprising game of 2014, worst game of 2014, best strategy, MOBA, tactics game, etc., of 2014, most disappointing of 2014, best story of 2014, best next-gen console title, which is actually current-gen, most pretty, game we are still playing even though it was so last year or many years before, most addictive of 2014, best upcoming game, biggest cliche, most anticipated of 2015, and obviously our game of the year. So, guys, how are we? And if you have anything to say before we start, go right ahead.
I'm very well at the moment. I'm going to be starting my new channel, hopefully. And I do wish to have a copy of the list, because I don't have a copy of the list.
Awkward. It'll be in our
Yeah.
Facebook.
There's a list.
The tilde
Wait,
marks.
you have to read?
Thank you.
The tilde marks are from me holding press to talk while looking at it.
Yep.
Sorry.
No one
So-
told you we'd have to read.
Alright, so let's start off with the very first one. Most surprising game of 2014. So obviously there are some pretty awesome games here. Games that I didn't expect to make it there. A game that I absolutely was surprised that I would even consider it a title on here. So Sam and Terrence, take it away with our number one position, called Fight the Dragon. It was played at PAX by you guys, and so yeah, what was most surprising about it? What did you enjoy about it?
I found it surprising that I actually enjoyed it. Looking at it, looked like one of these sandbox building games with dragons in it, and I was like, eh. But it turns out to be a what I call a hack and slash, and you guys might call it an action RPG game. But all the levels and all that have been built by community, apart from the tutorial stages that have been built by the actual company. And the major thing they had to do was actually build the level editor, which they've gotten down to a fine art. I've had a crack at it myself, and yeah, I found it pretty interesting. Me and Terrence have clocked a few hours onto it, and let me see, yeah, about 9 hours onto it, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. What about you, Terrence?
Oh, as a person that likes a lot of RPGs, I love the whole sort of hack and slashy or action RPG. Yeah, the level editor, they've managed to make it simple enough for people to understand, but detailed enough that you can do some ridiculously crazy things with it. Yeah.
Like that one map that is in the shape of a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. It was a Halloween map.
Nice.
Even though we're in Australia, we don't celebrate Halloween, but I saw it and I was like, yeah. And it actually had a little story into it. Someone actually put the time and effort putting a story into this Halloween map that was shaped like a jack-o'-lantern, and you've got some awesome stuff in it and lots of goodies. You have to go around to everybody's house and trick or treat, and sometimes you'll get a treat, and sometimes there'll be monsters, and you have to slice them up.
And other times things will just explode in your face.
Yeah.
Definitely
other
true.
times you find a secret passageway that leads into the graveyard.
Fair enough.
It was pretty good.
And Brutos, so okay, I'm gonna cringe really hard when I say this next title, but Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I actually kind of agree with this because I have played it quite a bit on the PS4. So tell us why it was your most surprising game of 2014.
Well, they actually followed the work that who are the guys who do Ghosts? That was Sledgehammer.
Treyarch.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Treyarch, yeah. I actually like that they followed in their track and made the campaign a little bit more story-based, as in, I was having it's a little bit more in-depth than the usual storyline, but it's nothing. But the main thing comes with the gameplay aspect. I thought this would just be another Titanfall clone, but really, this game is actually quite good because, as I said, the gameplay was very surprising, as in the mobility you have and everything seems to flow really well, because I played it on the Xbox One.
And it actually separates itself from Titanfall, which I liked. Titanfall was very free running, and it was very forward movement kind of thing. But things with Advanced Warfare, which I liked, was the ability, like, oh, a grenade, you know what? Dash out of the way. Or, hey, I'm going to quickly jump up over this wall and then, like, knife you from above. And just little things that you could do which will separate the best players and the good players and the best players. Yeah. So in like a competitive standpoint, I could see this actually being quite fun to watch. Even though I absolutely hate the Call of Duty competitive scene, I might watch a tournament just to see how it looks. But no, the gunplay is standard Call of Duty, fun, mindless shooting. It was surprising. I actually enjoyed it, and I don't feel it's a guilty pleasure because I'm generally able to say that it was pretty fun.
Yeah, and to touch on Brutos' point, it's nice to actually see a story where it's not like, here's a bunch of guys, shoot them. You actually have a reason for shooting said guys. Although, one gripe I do have is the whole press F to pay respects.
Yeah, don't see the point of that.
It doesn't give you a choice either way, you know. Why do I have to press a button if I didn't have a choice not to press the button?
Like, yeah, I get he's your best friend and everything, but you really didn't need to do that.
It's like, okay, well, can I press D to not pay respects?
But yeah.
Or like G to punch the beast in the face and run off?
But yeah, that was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It is actually the only mention of this game in this entire list, so be happy about that. But last game of this category was Wolfenstein: The New Order. I've played a little bit of it. It is actually very good. Going into it, looking at all of the hype for it, I just assumed, oh, this is going to be actually pretty average. But the gunplay is very, very awesome, very rewarding, and like the enemy variety and everything, it just felt really nice going into it. I had my doubts, but they were really easily squashed, because I was just really surprised. I don't know how to explain it other than, oh my god, Wolfenstein: The New Order, you must play it. But yeah. Anyone else? None of you guys played Wolfenstein, eh?
No, I haven't.
Nope.
Well,
not since Wolfenstein 3D.
Fair enough. Well, when you guys get the chance,
speaking of which, Terrence, remind me to send you a funny thing I've found to do with
it. But yeah, when you guys get the chance, make sure you get it and play it. So anyway, let's move on to our next category, worst game of 2014. Now, yep, this is I can agree with all three of these. So who wants to go off of the first one? and then I'm sure we all have something to say about the second one, and Thief is just Thief. Ugh. Anyway,
The first one is Evil Within. I found this the worst game of all 2014 because you don't go back to with a AAA title. You don't go back to AAA titles from PS2 era or PS1 era. You know, you just don't. There's problems with those games that don't connect to modern gaming. You know, and square rooms, really? Square? Just square levels after square level after square level? Come on!
yeah. I also, from listening to a whole bunch of friends of mine who work at EB Games here on the Gold Coast talk about it, they played it, the two manager guys of it, and they both said that it was one of those games that they started playing and said, oh yeah, Evil Within! And then they got about like a quarter of the way and it's, oh yeah, Evil Within. Halfway, oh yeah, Evil Within. And they just never finished it because it was like, one of them did finish it, and he just said by the end of it he wished he never wasted his time and money on it. It was just like got progressively worse and worse and worse, and it was just the story didn't really work.
What story?
Exactly.
Yeah,
What is
I
story?
thought someone just went into the room and said horror, and then they built a game. That wasn't really horrific.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
like sitting and planning it out, they just wrote all the horror things they could think of on a blackboard and just spun it round.
It
Yes.
had one of those big wheels. And it was
Yeah. It's like, all right,
It's actually
we'll-
like
Like,
all
this
of that.
level's going to be the insane asylum.
ah, damn, I had my money on Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much the Evil Within. They don't really need to say much more about it. It was just And then second game is Watch Dogs. Oh my God, Watch Dogs, biggest. Anyway, like okay, I will say this before we start dissing it is that Watch Dogs, its concept and idea were actually quite awesome. It had a really
everything else.
yes, it had a pretty awesome setting, but the way it was presented, it just made us want to cringe. Main character was not likable at all. I hated him the whole way through. Yes, he had a cool trench coat and jacket thing with a scarf and a cap, but guess what? He didn't have much character development at all, and was not fun to listen to. I hated his gruffy voice. It was just like, ugh. I just wanted to kill Aiden
It
Pierce.
was one of those characters that sounds like they gargle gravel for part
Yeah.
of their morning ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, full of eggs, bit of sand, bit of gravel.
I was gonna say he never got over his teenage angst.
Yeah, I could see that. And also, like, everything else about it was very generic. Like so like with the hacking thing. All right, so we're getting away from the cops. What are we gonna do? Put up some. Hit Q. All right.
It's cool at first, but then it's just like really.
Hit Q to lose the cops.
Pretty much.
I did
I
like.
will say
Yeah. Go.
They did have some at the start. They did have, hack this camera so I can see this camera and hack that, which doesn't make fucking one lick of sense at all.
Look. Clearly, hacking works on POV.
Yeah. It makes no lick of sense. But you could see where they were going with it, and then it just like turned down to hit Q, hit more Qs. You gotta hit
Did you
Q
hit Q
at the
hard
Q.
enough?
Yeah, and then driving and gunplay as well. Very average, standard for a open world. Gunplay was kinda okay, but it wasn't great. And then driving, same old. It reminded me of Saints Row for some reason.
Driving felt like you were driving on ice all the time, I reckon.
Yeah, you were very slidey.
I played on PC and several times I found I was getting massive FPS drops while driving.
I played it
I'm
on.
not sure if that happened to anyone else, but
I got several FPS drops, but not driving. Mostly the main problem with driving was, it felt like it was on ice, you didn't have any grip, and the pop-ins were like instantaneously, 30 meters in front of you. You're just driving. Oh, car, bang.
Yeah.
Yep, and then
And there
Thief.
was a few other
yep.
bugs where there was things you couldn't actually hack, but you had to for the mission.
Oh yeah, it was bug
Yeah.
bounce too.
I also found
But
the
anyway.
whole invasion thing was very annoying as well. It's just like it was a contrivance more than a cool thing being hacked. It was just like fucking hell, why am I doing this? This is and like they would hide in stupid places and you would like lose shit and it's just like fucking hell, this is annoying. I don't want to have to deal with this.
With talking about the collectibles, I want to know who the hell painted those QR codes, because they're
Oh.
a fucking idiot. Okay, but if we keep talking about Watch Dogs, we're never going to get through this list. It is quite
Yes.
long list, so
Yes.
let's move on to Thief.
Yeah, Thief. Well, okay. I think I was the only one who bought it, and to tell you how much
My
that.
brother bought it.
Okay. Tell you how much I didn't like this game. I would show you a picture of my Thief case still with its plastic around it. I heard so much from friends just as saying, don't play it, don't play it, don't play it. It's not worth your time. I didn't even bother.
Whoops.
I looked at it many times, like, yeah, I'm gonna play this, and then I was just like, in the back of my mind was, very, very, very shit. What is the point? And then I was just,
Don't pick it up.
yeah. So it's still sitting there. It's in my my section of my shelf, which are gonna go into pre-owned, and I'm gonna trade it in. But yeah, Thief just nah. I can't deal. So, goes on to our next category, which we'll have a bit more to speak of, is Best Strategy, MOBA Tactics, etc., of 2014. So this covers everything from real-time strategy, obviously MOBAs, like tactics-based games, and then your trading card games, your collectible card games, etc., all that sort of stuff that came out this year. So we're going to start off with, obviously, everyone's favorite. We all unanimously voted this one, Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm going to start off with just saying that this game brought so many things to the table, and it actually improved upon the Civ 5 formula. A lot of people thought that it would just be a Civ 5 reskin into a spacey theme, but they actually changed up the mechanics, and I believe made it for the better. Some people criticized it for making it a lot more challenging, but for people who understood Civ, and once they learnt those changed mechanics, I found that it made the game much more enjoyable overall. We've had a bit of trouble with trying to play multiplayer games, but we haven't tried to play it for a long time together. That's just Civ in general, though. Multiplayer games are pretty buggy. Other than that, I'll pass it over to you guys who have a lot more to say.
I found Civ 5, Civ Beyond Earth. I always say Civ 5 Beyond Earth because that's what I thought it was at the start. Because, like you said, I thought it was going to be just a reskin of sci-fi Civ 5. But I like it because one of the gripes about Civs is everybody goes the same build after a while. The empires do different things and it should build around that. But apart from when technology comes in, you just massing troops of riflemen and muskets and, yada yada yada.
Charge.
But with Beyond Earth, with the tech web, you have a lot more freedom, and everybody's doing different things and trying to go for different goals, different affinity scores. And I've never actually won a game of Beyond Earth with domination. I've always won through the infinity, and I find that much more conceivable than just wiping out the rest of the companies, the sponsors. Yeah.
And when you've got fights going on between giant city-sized aliens and slightly...
Giant city-sized robots.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to watch.
Indeed. And speaking of that, we got the affinity system, which was actually pretty damn amazing. You had your 3 different affinities, which had provoked different ideals amongst people who followed them. You had harmony, which were more of like trying to like fuse with the aliens and like it's kind of like blend harmony. Yeah, harmony with the planet that you've landed on.
The Xenomorphs.
etc. All that sort of stuff. And then you had Purity, which was essentially we are humans.
Space Nazis.
Yeah.
We are humans, and we are
Keep
the
the
superior
bloodline
race. Yeah,
I think space Nazis is the better term.
Yeah, and then you got Supremacy, which is essentially going into the future, going all Deus Ex, and fusing humans with robotics, which is
it's supremacy is what it sounds like. You want to be supreme. You use the materials that on this new planet to make big mechs or fuse your soldiers with mechanical weaponry. And, yeah, it was
kind of cyborgs and artificial.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love the Cinders. They're awesome. They're so cool. But yeah. Anything else to add to it? The virtue system is obviously completely reskinned. What was that called in?
That's policies.
Policies. Social.
Policies.
Yeah. It's completely revamped. It's pretty hard to explain. I can't really explain it, but it is pretty awesome. You got like your 3 different sections: your warfare, your industry. You have your science and
knowledge, economic.
Yep.
Oh, is it industry? No, knowledge, economics.
Warfare,
and,
whatever it's called.
Eco and warfare.
Yeah, and each of them
building up your units.
Yeah. Each of them give you like different kind of things to keep you going. Health is really important, which is instead of happiness, you have health. If you don't keep your populace healthy, then obviously everything will go to shit. And it's like it's a lot.
In my opinion, makes a lot more sense than happiness.
Yeah, I get why being like happiness was a thing in civilization, because if you're happy, your troops don't follow you, and morale and shit. But I don't understand why you lose money, because obviously, but healthy.
Because we're bribing all our people to stop being unhappy.
Yeah, I know. But healthiness makes sense. As long as you keep your troops healthy, they're going to be happy.
Yeah.
Any last things we need to say about Civ Beyond Earth?
No, I think we covered it. Let's move on to Hearthstone.
Alright, well, who of us here have actually played it? I know Sam and I have. Terrence probably has by proxy of Sam. Kieran, have you actually downloaded Hearthstone and played it?
Yet to play it.
Alright, well, yeah, Hearthstone is really fun, really addictive. We'll get to that later. And it's just, I don't know what it was. It was free to play.
Yeah,
and you could just keep playing with, go.
Yeah, if you haven't played Hearthstone or don't know what it is, you've been living under a rock for late. It's Blizzard's first attempt at a free-to-play mini-game kind of thing, but it's kind of spawned into this big competitive scene, and with the new Gnomes and Goblins expansion pack for it, it's going to get even bigger. But it's just basically a collectible card game that you can... that's based on the World of Warcraft setting. And I say World of Warcraft because it's not really based on Warcraft.
No, it's just like it's you go to taverns and inns in WoW, and you see people playing Hearthstone. It's kind of like a game within the game that people are playing, and we are playing it.
It's so meta.
You do not need World of Warcraft to play Hearthstone.
No, just to say this.
Get that out of your head.
Yes, but it's like a game that
World of Warcraft there is people playing Hearthstone
around the table. It's that kind of idea of like your heroes playing a game of Hearthstone, and yeah.
That's really just Blizzard's marketing kind of
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the what's the new game they're producing? Outlooks.
Overwatch. Yeah. Overwatch. Yeah.
Yeah. I watch the security guard. When it flips to his screen and the battle's going on in his monitors, he's actually playing Hearthstone too, like an iPad.
It's just there's Hearthstones everywhere. It's a timeless thing that goes throughout every single universe in the Blizzardverse. But no, it's a lot of fun. It's really good. Strategy-wise, it goes really deep. It is very versatile. You have your different classes. There are the 9 different classes. So you got warrior, priest, warlock, hunter, druid, shaman, shit, Paladin something. No, it's just the 8 because
What did you say?
yeah, the different classes. So you got warrior, warrior, priest, paladin, hunter, druid, shaman, warlock, something. There's always one that I forget. Rogue, yes. Rogue, yeah. So those are the 8 classes that you can play as, the different characters. They each have their own ability that they have, their own card set, and there's many varying strategies within each of them. Each of them have their own kind of idea behind them. So you can warrior is obviously aggressive or highly defensive kind of thing, and there's different styles of decks within them. So you got your tempo decks, your control decks, your burn decks, and all that sort of stuff, which comes into card games. If you know much about card games, there's all that stuff that's in them. It's pretty awesome. Anyone else want to add something about Hearthstone?
Beware of Murlocs and Zoolocs.
Yes. Alright, Bravely Default
And
is the
never
last.
trust the random things to work in your favor.
Oh god, RNG is a bitch. What's it called?
RNG.
Let's go to
What are we on next?
Bravely Default. So who of you have actually played that?
I haven't yet. I was going to.
I've been
but
meaning to get it.
I have watched a bit of it and heard a lot about it, and I would say it's one of the best 3DS strategy games at the moment, JRPG kind of games.
People have praised it to be the second coming of Final Fantasy VII, but it's still not Final Fantasy. Obviously, it's made by the same people.
Yeah.
But it's what the people who loved Final Fantasy VII wanted after Final Fantasy VII, but they never really got, as the series just got more and more averted away from what they wanted. But Bravely Default has been praised to be the tactics game that they wanted, and really really awesome characters and everything that they wanted in a JRPG. It's just been praised to be one of the greatest games. None of us have played it, but it does deserve some mentioning. Special mentions in the strategy column, I'd like to say it goes to Infinite Crisis. That was really fun, but it doesn't mean but it's still got a long way to go before it becomes really good. That is a MOBA in the DC.
Played it in a while. It might be
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a good 3 months. And then obviously Company of Heroes 2, that deserves mentioning with its expansion packs, Aradine's Assault, and what is it? The American one, I got it right in front of me. I can't see it. But anyway, Western Frontlines or something. Both of them really awesome, add a lot to the game, especially Aradine's Assault. It adds a really awesome campaign to it where if you lose your troops, it actually matters instead of just sending waves upon waves. So you got to be very careful in your tactics and your strategies. So that deserves a special mention in that category. Most disappointing game of 2014. We have ourselves 3 titles. I'm just going to say them off the bat. Watch Dogs, we don't really need to say much about, other than it was overhyped to the shithouse. Obviously, this next one, Destiny, well, for its lack of story content, it was very overhyped. It's Bungie. Oh my god, Bungie, yes, but yeah, very overhyped. And then Stronghold Crusader 2, which got me so sad, so very sad. So do you guys want to say anything about either of these 3 titles?
I'm just gonna say, if you're going to have a MMO next time, Bungie or any other company out there, please put more than 10 hours of quest. It's kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and even the multiplayer wasn't that great. It was fun, but
Yeah, it was fun, but
it never kept me going. It was nothing
Yeah.
to keep me going. I played it for quite a bit. I probably played it the most out of all of you guys. I think, maybe a little bit less than you,
yeah,
Sam.
probably. I kind of gave up.
Yeah. So maybe I've.
RNG bullshit of loot.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
there's so
it-
many things. Yeah, so many things about it. It just didn't work. It made me very sad.
Yeah, it felt like I was, trying to climb up a 90-degree slope and just not getting anywhere, and it was just like, it wasn't the game's fault, and it wasn't my skills fault. It was actually the loot mechanic that was just slowing my progress, and it wasn't fun after that.
Like, I had to grind for a good 30 games before I gave up on in competitive, because there's no way I was going to walk around and redo missions that I've done 1,000 times before.
That's what they wanted you to do.
So I just
They
grinded that
wanted you to do the same
competitive.
mission.
Grinded that competitive for about 30 games, 40 games, and I still didn't get to the required tier. Like, after 40 games, I would expect to get another tier or something, but I still didn't get to the next tier of gear, and I just was so pissed off. I was so sad. I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. And then obviously Stronghold Crusader 2. Everyone praised Stronghold Crusader being one of the best RTS of its time, with its sprite-based art and everything. But the Stronghold series has gone really downhill ever since they put in this 3D engine in, and it's just caused so many more problems than it was actually worth.
Roller coaster tycoon of RTSs, after they got rid of the sprite-based shit, the sprite race games. That's just now. I don't want to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 because I've got number 2, and I like number 2. Yeah, I can do so much more stuff.
Exactly. But yeah, Stronghold Crusader 2, so many features that were in Stronghold Crusader 1 aren't in Stronghold Crusader 2, and it's just, there's so many things. There's a few things that you can do which is slightly different in 2, which is kind of cool, but still, Stronghold Crusader 1, if you want a good castle building simulator, and whatnot, management system, Stronghold Crusader is still my top of the list, not number 2. I'm just saying that. So it was very disappointing, and I wish I never paid for it. I should have watched TB's what's it called? What WTF is of it before I got it, but I did not do such a thing. We'll go on to our next category, Best Story of 2014. We have 3 titles in here. Dragon Age Inquisition, obviously. And then we have Anything Telltale, ... And then Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor. Dragon Age Inquisition, I have just started it, so please no spoilers while you guys talk about it. Go.
I'm really enjoying Dragon Age Inquisition story. There's a lot of surprising twists and turns, and everything, after you do major things, you'd think the game would be over, but it just keeps going, and the ability to choose the outcome of certain events makes it seem awesome, makes everything more awesome. I'm trying not to spoil it for Jesse.
1 second, do you want me to take off my headphones so you can talk for 20 seconds?
No, because what I'm about to say will for that whole mission.
Oh, for everyone. Okay.
So, I'm just saying, make sure you, when you're playing it, do a lot of investigation work, because you might unlock more options to do stuff, and when you get your perks for the Inquisition, don't always just go for the one that gives you, more bag space or stuff. Unlocking different social trees does change the game a bit. Especially when trying to investigate or make decisions, or trying to get someone to spill their guts.
Or trying to get a new agent for the Inquisition.
Yeah, or a new agent for the Inquisition.
Or doing the thing with the thing and the other thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be one tip to you, Jesse. Go for the.
It's alright. You see me in in all those MMOs and all those RPGs and co-op games, Borderlands. I look everywhere. You know that, Sam. But yeah. Anyway.
I'm just talking about when you get perks for your Inquisition, when the Inquisition levels up.
Alright.
Power.
Fair enough. Next one is Telltale. So that means The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead Season 2. Oh my god, those games were an amazing games. The story was absolutely beautiful. Both of them were really, really good. In my opinion, I prefer the story of The Wolf Among Us over The Walking Dead Season 2, but The Walking Dead Season 2 was still very tear-jerky like the first one, and really full-on. Both of them brilliant games story-wise, so yes. What do you guys want to say about it?
The Wolf Among Us dragged me through that. That was a slaughter fest. I was like, going through withdrawals in the month between the next episodes,
And then there was that, and then there was the episode where it was like
huge
3
gap
months.
right at the
Yeah.
start too.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And the thing about The Walking Dead season 2, I haven't finished it. I got up to the end of the 4th episode, and I'm like,
You don't like where this is going?
I don't want.
You don't want it?
I want to know what happened.
Do it, bro. Do it. You'll feel relieved. Just do it, man. Like, just you need to play it. You can't keep that open wound just sitting there. You need to finish it. It is beautiful. It is brilliant, and I love it.
Russians.
Yes. Now I know exactly where you're at. Yep. Okay, you got to play that. You got to play the last act. It is really good. Any of you guys need to add to those things? The Wolf Among Us for me was just really, really well done. Like, just the story in that was just brilliant. That's actually go.
Initiated into the Fable series. The Wolf Among Us makes me want to read the Fable books.
Well,
and I haven't got around to it.
My brother and my brother got all 20 volumes of it, and that currently have been released. And my brother and I have read all 20 volumes, and obviously the Fable series is set after The Wolf Among Us, and it is mind-blowingly amazing. Like, Bill Cunningham is just a brilliant writer, and there's so many things that happens to the Fables that you just never would expect. It is so great. So I highly recommend that one as well.
I do have them all, like on my computer. I just haven't sat down and read them all. Mainly because I bought them all online, but that's because I can't get them in any physical copies where I live. So yeah.
And then
personally, this is me personally. I actually prefer The Wolf Among Us over The Walking Dead.
Yeah, ditto.
Simply because I'm a huge fan of those sort of fairy tales with the twist kind of stories.
Yeah. Like the character of Bigby was very awesome, and the character of Snow. All of them, all these fairy tales that we grew up believing that's how they were. It was just like some of them, they're still the same. Others are just like, holy crap, that is amazing. It was, holy crap, that character's actually a spy, and holy crap this, holy crap that, and it's just like, yes, and just every time that you found out more about a character, you wanted to know more, and you were genuinely creeped out about some of these characters as well. It was really good.
And they got all the locations right. Like, I just decided to open one of these Fables because we're talking about it, and the office where Snow works is exactly same in the game.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Yeah, it's really good.
In Big V's office. Yeah.
Anyway. Alright. On to the next one. We have Middle-earth and Shadows of Mordor. I think we can all agree that this game had a pretty awesome story. It told us a very great time period in the Middle-earth universe between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. There isn't much to go off of in that time period, but it showed us a lot about the formation of Mordor as a nation, and a bit about not specifically how orcs work and their society. That was like the biggest thing, and the biggest thing was about the Ringmaker that's in the game.
The Silmarillion, the published works of Tolkien, or what? Yeah, it's Tolkien. Right?
Tolkien.
Yeah, Tolkien. I found it. Yeah, mostly the Ringmaker was absolutely. I didn't know most of the things, and like who the fuck Sauron was, and he was just an eye.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, and you learn
Sauron.
about the orcs, their society, their social
Whatever.
structure, what their insides look when you send them flying across a room.
And how to hate bees.
Bees!
How the pronunciation of some words make it sound like douche.
It is bees.
Ozdoosh, Ozdoosh. Oh my god.
That's the best part. If you ever encounter an orc named Douche, you must warlord him just so you can hear the chant of douche.
It is pretty amazing. I will second that.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, best
we'll
next
talk
gen.
about it a bit.
Yeah. Best next gen console title. So current gen titles now, because we're kind of in the current gen. They're no longer next gen thingos. Well, I guess they won't be next gen once PS3 and Xbox 360 start to like not really get games anymore. But anyway, let's go through the 3 games. One of them we just mentioned, Middle-earth: Shadows of Mordor, Metal Gear Solid 5: Ground Zeroes. That was my choice, and then we have Diablo 3: Reaper of Souls for the console. So let's just quickly, while we're still talking about Middle-earth: Shadows of Mordor, let's talk more about it. On more of a broad aspect, gameplay and all that sort of stuff included. So, Sam, would you like to start us off?
Well, I find the gameplay like the Arkham series. You move around. People compare it to Assassin's Creed, but I still see it more of an Arkham brawler than Assassin's Creed.
It's a mix of the two.
No, it's not.
No, it's very Arkham. The fighting style is very
it's more Arkham than Assassin's Creed, yeah.
It's I wouldn't say anything is Assassin's Creed really. Like there.
The towers.
What do you mean? Yeah,
but
that's
there's
still.
towers in the Arkham.
Yeah, like you jump off of towers and glide down, and it's.
No, I was talking about the towers which allow you to fast travel and all that. They're kind of like the Borgia Towers and all the viewpoints in the game.
And it's also like Arkham City, where you climb towers and get fast travel points.
But yeah, so it's just I don't see why people make the connection with
I think it's
Assassin's Creed.
They compare it to Assassin's Creed because you are playing more of an assassin role than a detective role. Even though you do have to use detective work in it to find the treasures and find half of the collectibles.
So many collectibles.
Indeed, but yeah. Anyway, gameplay and whatnot. Continue.
Talking about gameplay, the Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Anemone. The Nemesis. The fucking
Nemesis system. I just said Nemesis.
Civilizations.
It's
yes.
Not brand new. It's not an original idea. They have other things. They might think it's an original idea, but there are plenty of other games who use kind of the same system, like taking out one guy who will make this guy even take his spot and stuff like that. And there's plenty of games. I can't list them off the top of my head because I haven't played them in years. I do remember using the same system to get what I want. But this one goes into a little bit more detail, like having your guys get to the top because you can make orcs follow you with the branding system. That's I find most interesting. You weren't always fighting orcs. Like
the effort it took, though. Some orcs you had to put more effort in than others.
Yeah, some you did. I do like how death is actually a major point in this game. If you die, you respawn, but it's not like, oh, you respawn, everything's still normal. No, time passes and new orcs rise, and the orcs that you were trying to kill gets powerful because he killed you.
There was this one guy who had a poison blade.
Use this to your advantage to get specific types of orcs into positions of power.
Yeah, exactly.
There was my nemesis or rival orc. I could not kill him. He was just a standard guy with a sword, but his sword was poisoned, and for some reason I could not beat him. And he was just he was like the first Uruk that I started fighting. And he just kept beating and kept beating and kept beating me. And he got really strong, and I couldn't beat him. And then I finally beat him once, and he's like, and then he comes back. He's like, "You thought you killed me, but guess again."
Yeah.
And he's got like
oh my god, that is...
I love how that happened, and they'd like have makeshift like
wounds and stuff. Like he had
shit implanted and everything.
Like
awesome.
because I ended up killing him, and like I think I like cut off his head or something. And like there was like a whole bunch of metal crap attached to his head, and then Another time I killed him with a warg or whatever the equivalent is. I forget what they're called in this. And he had the dogs, the wargs. What?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, they're not actually dogs. They're
No,
cats.
yeah, like
Yeah, they're cats.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But anyway, yeah, what's it called? I killed him with one of them, and he had a massive claw mark down his face. And the more I killed him with something new, he had a different kind of thing attached to him, which was kind of cool. Like some of them,
But
yeah.
it was a very rare occurrence. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
entire playthrough I had of Shadow of Mordor, I had that happen once.
yeah. Like
I've had it happen a few times. But the main problem I had with that is they come back with new abilities too. Like can't be stunned or jumped over, or
It
can't be
completely
taken down
reset
from the
their
sky
abilities.
because that's how the way you killed him before.
yeah,
Oh,
it made them more difficult, which I did like though. It added on to them.
yeah,
Yeah.
difficulty was like you couldn't select your difficulty, right?
No.
all
No,
had
it
to
just
be
adjusted. Yeah.
How good you were. If you were really good, then it would be a breeze. If you were crap, it got harder and harder and harder to the point where it couldn't get any more difficult.
And then you just have to keep getting better and better at the game. And if you
Yeah.
were bad at the game, it made you think about it and get better at the game. Like I was struggling at first to play the game. I kept on losing, but then I took a different outlook to it. And I was like, all right, stop treating this like a hack and slash and treat it like Batman, and just do counterattack, take it slow, and clear them out. And choose your timings to get aggressive, and that's what I ended up doing. And I got so much better at the game. I was able to clear massive groups of like 30
and you
30
had to
orcs and
learn
orcs.
the-
Yeah. The
The
patterns.
second half of the game, you had to learn how to properly do the stuns and how
Yeah,
to do
use
the
your
combos.
powers.
You couldn't just jump in and just slash away at the boss. You had to learn his weaknesses. You had to investigate. You had to do all certain stuff to learn how to defeat him. Otherwise, you just get wrecked.
But very few orcs are immune to bees.
Yeah. And then you got Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Sorry, because we're taking too much time, we're just gonna move on. Obviously, really fun game, really short, but it was beautiful. It was the next evolution of Metal Gear Solid, and it just is making up. It was the best prologue I could think of. Obviously, I could think of better prologues, but aka more game time. But it was a really good prologue to the Phantom Pain, which is coming out next year. And I just cannot wait for that. And it's just, oh my god, I don't know what to say. It was the stealth was good, and the new mechanics, like the spotted system where you have like a second to like react and shoot the guy who's looking at you or something, or take him out, and it just felt like Metal Gear Solid, but better and more improved. And I don't know what it is about it. I'm just so excited. I think I played that way more than I should have, that game, even though it's like 20. It can be finished in like 20 minutes, if even less.
Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, not much to say. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, same story. I do prefer the console version over the PC version, I will say that. Just because, yes, there are less enemies, everything's a little bit harder. And I don't know, it just feels right on the controller. And playing locally, not even split screen, just feels good and fun. You just sit on the couch with someone and then yell at them if they screw up, Terrence.
Sorry.
Yeah, I actually got that for my brother for Christmas, like as like a joint gift to the both of us. So that when one of us is at each other's house, we can just, if we want, we can load up Reaper of Souls because it was pre-owned and cheap at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously it was a really good. It was really well made by Blizzard for the console. It's their first console venture since like ages ago, right? Since
StarCraft 2 on StarCraft 1 on the N64.
Yes, something like that. But no, it was really well done. Blizzard obviously are great at when they get set their mind to something, they know how to adapt it and make it work. And then let's move on to our next category, most pretty. So we have ourselves 3 games here: Metal Gear Solid 5 PC, Destiny, and Rise Son of Rome PC. I'll just quickly get out of the way and say that Destiny, we say this because it may not have been the best texturally, but the world that you were in looked absolutely stunning. Like, each planet had their own sort of feel to it. Like in the moon, my favorite moment was looking up in space and seeing that broken satellite for the first time. And I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. And just like, it just feels beautiful. Yeah.
I think I used the share button so many times playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Just because, oh, pretty share.
Yeah, like that. I think that's like the only game that I have actually done that for, except for maybe Infamous Second Son, because that game has some pretty amazing lighting and whatnot, and it showed off some pretty cool stuff for the PS4 and whatnot when it first came out, and particle effects.
I quite enjoyed, but
Yeah.
compared to the ones on the list, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was really good, but it was pretty.
We're
but
talking about prettiness.
yeah, if we are talking about pretty, it just didn't make the cut in that sense. It looked nice, but it didn't have the wow factor of. Yes, it did. I think no.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. We're not getting into that right now. And then next one I'll talk about is I guess just Rise Son of Rome PC. It was really, if you look at the 4K shots, they're just absolutely stunning. It was probably the best looking game on next gen consoles, and it's probably the best looking game currently. It's made by Crytek, so obviously it's going to look really pretty. It just looks absolutely phenomenal. Like the amount of detail and everything. I think it's probably currently the benchmark for prettiness on PC. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so and Metal Gear Solid 5 for PC.
Which is just
Metal Gear Solid looks good. It's a Japanese game. It's gonna look good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got great. It's just, I don't know. If you thought that it looks good on the consoles, it looks much better on PC if you look at the high res shots of it. But anyway, games that we are still playing even though it was so last year. Kieran, start us off with your choice.
XCOM Enemy Within, by far.
With mods.
Yeah, well, with mods.
Yeah.
Of course, XCOM's always going to be a game I'm going to be coming back to. Just because XCOM, I'd like a challenge. I like to be beaten down sometimes.
Damn masochists. The lot of you.
And we can go through this easy. Jesse, you've been playing League of Legends still, obviously.
Obviously, it's League of Legends. There's something about that game that just makes me keep playing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've gone to install it like several times, and then I've just been like, oh, I'll just play a game, my last game before I go. Ha ha ha. It just, I don't know what it is. I just keep playing that game.
Well, they still have the biggest boost that Pac does. You can say that.
It's still though. Yeah, I stayed so so far away from it because I've done the League of Legends live thing at PAX now and Supernova Gold Coast. I don't need to do it again and again and again. I understand what it is. I'll probably go to like a live tournament at some point, like a big tournament, like maybe like the LoL World Championships. But once I've done that, I don't really need to like go to many more LoL events. But yeah, go ahead.
A game that we are all playing still this year is Civ 5, and that's just because, you know,
Civ 5.
If we got 20 hours to kill, we might jump on Civ 5. You know,
Alright.
You got a day off and you don't really feel like playing anything else, Civ 5. You know.
Alright, most addictive game of 2014, guys. Civilization Beyond Earth, Hearthstone, and Battlecry. Obviously, Hearthstone, when it first came out, it was just something that you just kept playing. Oh, I'll just play one more game. Oh, I'll just play one more game.
Yeah.
Or you're waiting for... you're waiting for a ranked game in League of Legends. I'll just play a game of Hearthstone. And then you'll get like 2 minutes into the League of Legends game and they're like, where's our ADC? It's like, shit guys, just finished my Hearthstone game, sorry. And it was just like one of those games that you just kept playing, and you just needed to play. You just needed to keep on going and getting that card, do that arena run. It was just so good. So good. And then Civilization Beyond
One
Earth.
more turn.
Pretty much, it has that one more turn, same as Civilization Beyond Earth. It's got that one more turn syndrome, and it just keeps going and going and going. It's so good. Anyway, anything you want to say about addictiveness in Beyond Earth? What made you guys keep playing it?
Maybe what me keep playing Beyond Earth is this people land. Being able to, I'll play it in, that one part where the last guy would land right next to where you're going to build your new city. You just piss him off, and you just
Well,
destroy him. And then I'm going
I
to
was-
a new map.
yeah. I was a peaceful person going into this, but you just crossed the line.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's what kept me going. Man, you put me in situations where I was like, I had this all planned out, and you land there. Really? You couldn't have rung me up and said, where can I land?
And then you declare war on them, crush
Yeah.
them like Antonio.
War declared. And then Battle Cry. Yeah. Oh, you got anything else?
No, I was just gonna introduce Battlecry.
All right. So we all played it, except
Oh my
for
God.
Kieran. We all played Battle Cry at PAX Oz, and I think all three of us went into withdrawals. We all needed to play Battle Cry, so we tried to subsequent it with something else. Substitute it, sorry, with something else. So
Yeah,
I tried Chivalry. That didn't work. I tried War of the Roses. That didn't work. I tried doing like something.
I tried Nosgoth, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Mainly because there was no one online ever.
Yeah. So like we all needed to keep playing Battlecry, but we have to wait till January next year, and we're just like, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, and we're all waiting to get our hands onto that beta, so we can just play the shit out of it, get really good, and make all of our friends who try and join later get really pissed off at how good we are. My plan
And
is
then we were gonna rematch the devs.
we're gonna rematch the devs and get our dignity back,
I remember that
Single one of
story.
them.
And
and
Jesse is going to remember to stay and defend.
Yes, I am. And Ian, if you're listening to this, Mister, I think you're some sort of something director. Yes, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, next PAX, I know you guys have to be there because I said so, and I'm gonna win that my pin back off of you. So yeah, listen now. You're dead. I will destroy you, devs.
I'm gonna go onto their Facebook and say that Jesse wants his pin back. He wants to win his pin back.
Oh.
You're gonna get a
2015.
before and after shot and put hashtag unwrecked.
Unwrecked.
So many things about Battlecry that just makes me want to keep playing. It is so addictive. At first glance, it didn't look that great, but you just played it, and you need to keep playing. Every day, we're like, let's go back to play Battlecry. Let's go back and play Battlecry. Let's go back and play Battlecry. If we hadn't, yeah,
We played at least twice every day, I think.
Yeah,
So
we-
played it total
yeah.
6 times at
Yeah.
least.
And let's go into our next category, because we can keep talking about Battlecry. There is Best Upcoming Game. We have Battlecry, War of the Overworld, and Stonehearth. So Battlecry,
Okay, let's just
yeah,
cry out.
we all know that Battlecry is amazing.
Till I cry.
Yeah, pretty much. Battlecry is just,
The battle cry.
yeah, we just, anyway, Sam, talk about these last two games, because I know you're probably the only one who's played them, and they're probably really good
Really?
suggestions.
I'm the only one who played these two? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
And you play what too?
The next two for the best upcoming games. These are both my selection because I've been playing a lot of early access games and that's kind of my thing. I mean, going around niche games. War for the Overworld Bedrock Beta is what it's out now. So the upcoming game I'm looking forward to is War for the Overworld. It is basically the spiritual successor of Dungeon Keeper 2. I don't know what else to say. It feels and plays like Dungeon Keeper without being Dungeon Keeper 2. They've just released their first 3 campaign missions. They did have a dummy campaign mission that did feel like a lot of did feel like the Dungeon Keeper 2 campaign, which I still to this day have not beaten. I don't know why. It just gets to the point where I can't.
You're a noob. You're a noob.
Hero.
You're a noob. That's simple as that.
No.
Stop being scrub.
L2 Dungeon Keeper.
The main reason I am looking forward to this game, I've been playing it, and Jesse, if you've played Dungeon Keeper 2, you will look forward to this.
Yes.
The voice actor for the narrator, or whatever you want to call it, is sound, and it's probably the same bloody guy, and it sounds awesome. Again.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's the same guy or not. There's no credits or anything, so I can't really confirm or deny. It could be fucking TV for all I know.
Nah, I don't think so.
And that's, if you don't know what Dungeon Keeper is, it's a observe and orchestrate and observe game where you build and maintain. It's like a theme hospital, if you know what that is. A giant dungeon, you fill it with monsters and traps and things, and you go fight another one. They've actually added skirmish mode and multiplayer. So, if you buy it,
Yes.
you can verse each other.
Let's do
Next
it.
one is Stonehearth, which is a little game coming out by Radiant Entertainment. Please tell me I didn't get that wrong.
No, it's Radiant.
Yep, Radiant. Okay. Which is you build a village. You basically plan buildings and plan roads, and your little people go and build the roads, and then there's going to be quests, and there's goblins that steal your stuff right now, and it's really annoying because even though the goblins have weapons, you have a guy that's in fur armor, but there's 3 of them, and they kill your guy.
And little Bobby never makes it home to his family.
Yeah. They have actually circumnavigated the idea of your people mating and reproducing by once your town gets to a certain score and gets to a largeness, you attract more people to your town. So you don't have to worry about babies. The only thing they are missing right now is to what I would say is ready to become out is water features and something to do with water, and more farms, crops, and more building materials, and they're upgrading. Obviously, stuff can come in after it because this is a Kickstarter project that I've actually backed myself, and they're a bit behind schedule, but can't blame them. You know, they don't. It's their first ever game, so. Can't blame them for being behind schedule. But I've clocked about 27 hours into it, and I still want to try and build a castle. I've seen some of the pictures of people building castles, and it's like, I want to do it, but I don't think I have the time or patience to do it.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about Stonehearth.
Alright, so next category is the biggest cliche. So pretty much we'll go through all 3 of them, and you'll agree with all 3 of them in my opinion. Anything zombie survival or just survival games in general, the gruffy male protagonist is happening, a la Watch Dogs and microtransactions. They're just in everything, and it is annoying me and shitting me to tears. How many zombie survival games can we think of off the top of our heads without naming them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What came out this year?
This year, yeah. 5?
This year,
4?
there's been there's been more than, if you
DayZ's still a
count
thing.
the AAA titles, I think there's about 3 AAA titles that came out that were zombies related. More to come next year. But there's been a surplus of indie games that are all zombies or all, survivalist. And
Yeah,
it's just please God, no, shoot me.
Since the big successes of DayZ and Minecraft and all that sort of stuff, voxel games are popping up, and they're not as big as huge as they were last few years. Indie game developers have finally, if they're making a voxel based game, they're actually making it very interesting in that sort of way. They're not just making it Minecraft 2.0.
Speaking of voxel-based games, don't half it's a voxel-based game, but it's not playing on the voxels. They did it so people could easily add characters or items and all that using a voxel building tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then still a gruffy voice protagonist and everything. Obviously, we don't really need to explain that. They're still in everything, and it's really annoying me. But hey, apparently that's what people want. And then we got microtransactions, which have gotten significantly worse in the year of 2014. Even
Quit it, yeah, you know.
yeah, like even our
Every game needs microtransactions, you know.
like
I don't want, in a driving game, I don't want two types of currencies and one of them I have to buy. And it's significantly cheaper to get that Lamborghini instead of me fucking spending 24 hours straight trying to get $300,000.
it's just a cheap way that mostly publishers are pushing for. Some developers are doing it as well, just cause. And it's the current trend, and people are actually falling for it. People are actually buying shit because they just don't want to do it. But unless we make a stand, it's not going to change, and it's really shitting me to tears. Like even the game that we all praised, Dragon Age Inquisition. Obviously, it has it in its multiplayer feature, and there's just so many games that I just can't even think about it. And season passes for everything. It's just.
Oh,
every single game has
sick of going into EB Games and they ask, "Oh, do you want to grab the season pass for that?"
Nope.
It's like, it's Shadow of Mordor. It has a season pass. There's gonna be DLC for a single player game. Really? Fuck me, dead.
It's developers and publishers need to just like stop that. They just need to release a fully finished game for fuck's sake, and stop segmenting shit off for release later down the line. Like even if you take an extra 3 or 4 months or 6 months, even a year sometimes, I could forgive that if. I could forgive like the extra waiting time if they just release the game complete and full with every single feature already there and not cut it off. Like I'm sick of these collector's editions which have like have an extra the first DLC pack which was available at day one.
From Origin, you know when you sign into Origin,
yeah,
you use your little splash screen. What's going on? It's like I knew I had Dragon Age Inquisition. It said you can now upgrade to the digital deluxe edition for $25. Oh, go away.
It's just, I'm sick and tired of it, and something needs to be done about it. There's not much that we can do as DG, but we can keep on voicing our opinion, and if anyone of importance watches this knows that, hey, this isn't cool. Consumers don't want this. This is just an extra ploy for money grabbing, and all the stupid dude bros who need to have every single Call of Duty map, and all those people who have money are just gonna buy it because they're too stupid to even think about consumers and the betterment of games. And I'm just urge to kill rising. So yeah,
if you're gonna put microtransactions in your game, look to Blizzard. They've done it right. They've got microtransactions, but it's not a core feature of their game. And don't push DLC, make expansion packs. You're going to make a lot more money on expansion packs than DLC.
Yeah. Like, I saw Payday 2 the other day. They released their 14th DLC. Some of them was free, some of them weren't. But that really made me not want to play Payday 2 again. The issue
is, with the DLC that you do add, it's less than $10. It adds 2 to 3 new heists, 3 to 4 new guns, a whole new mechanic, and even if you don't have the DLC, you can still play DLC content heists without it. You just need the DLC to get the guns. So they're doing DLC right. You don't have to have the DLC to play the heists. You just need the DLC in order to use the weapons.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They do that so you buy the DLC to get the weapons to use on those maps because they're obviously tailored to be used on that map, that heist. See, they're actually not doing it right.
They're not really. Honestly, I'm still using the Car 98. I'm using vanilla weapons, and I'm doing as well as the people who have the DLC. And I own several DLC for the game, and I'm still using vanilla weapons, and I'm doing just as well, if not better than those
fucking
people.
unicorn or a snowflake.
Depending on how you look at
You
it.
didn't fall into the advertising trap they have actually set up.
But yeah, no. It's so there are a lot of games like that which are just doing it like DLC microtransactions, season passes. It just needs to stop. Please, can that be my New Year's, Christmas gift, etc. Anyway, guys, let's move on to.
Can we release a AAA without microtransactions?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I want probably Blizzard is probably our biggest people in that. Yes, they have digital deluxe editions which have stupid things for each of their games, but like it's just if they're gonna give you new content, they're gonna give you a fuck ton of it. They like new. If we go talking StarCraft, they're gonna give you a whole new campaign, 26 mission campaign or something, which is a massive story. They'll add so many heaps of new units and features, mechanics changed in the multiplayer. They do something massive there. If we're talking WoW, they give you obviously all that new story content, and they
new
give you
level cap.
yeah.
Tier of gear, new raids, new everything. Yeah.
Again, Diablo, just to keep on echoing it, Reaper of Souls, they completely rechanged the systems of the game for the betterment of the game to be more like what the players wanted, and obviously the expansion was really good. The new class was really good. Again, they just do it really well. They're probably the best people I can think of for that kind of model of just expansions, and if they're gonna have microtransactions, it's done relatively well. Obviously, if you're talking microtransactions, Riot do it really well with their skins in League of Legends. They make so much fucking money off of that. It's crazy, but yeah, there are good. If you want it, there are systems and games that it can be in, but I'm sick of it being in every single game that it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Let's move on to our second last title here, most anticipated title of 2015. Obviously, Battlecry. Just from everything that we've been saying, we just need that game. We really want it. It's going to be a great competitive game that I can just dig my claws into and actually get good at, unlike StarCraft and League of Legends, where I'll forever be nub. Anyone else want to talk about one of these three games? I'll probably talk about The Witcher because I'm not too sure if you guys are that into The Witcher.
It's being made in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Yep.
Austin.
Hey, and how much are you guys gonna pay? How much are you guys gonna pay for Battlecry? Well, actually, it's free. We're so nice. We're gonna give you the game.
A free copy of the beta.
Yeah. Oh
I hope
fuck.
they just give me a bunch of fucking game currency too.
Yeah. That'd be
I
good.
wish I was there so I could get all the benefits you guys do.
Benefits. We got the
Free
free
game, I
early
don't
and-
have to apply for the beta.
Which I gave you a
You
code
had to
for.
apply.
I gave you the code for, Kieran. So it's okay.
We got like 1,000 of them. Don't worry.
And then Evolve.
Also, we are looking forward to Evolve.
Yes. And I think we found our monster. Chad apparently is a really good monster. So it's something to look forward to. Is Chad? He played Chad on the last day of PAX Solas. He played a game as the monster and just shreked his opponents. Obviously, they weren't as communicated as us, but so Chad could play. Yeah.
I feel sorry for us and the guy playing the monster when we were playing it. Oh my god.
Like the amount of
We
communication.
waited in line
For an hour and a half?
An hour and a half.
Each time.
Yeah, and then 5 minutes.
5 minutes and 7 minutes.
Monster
Yeah.
was dead.
I
Sorry.
yeah. I even told the Evolve guy with us, who was just like the guy, the dev or whatever, media guy, watching over us. I just told him watch over the other guy. We actually know what we're doing. We're good. We're fine. We understand the game." And he's like, "All right, okay." So he just went over and helped out the monster guy the entire time, and we still just shreked him. Like the second guy, I give him props. He actually made it to stage 2, but oh my god, it's just
First guy didn't get out of stage 1.
yeah.
And I say, yeah, the second guy, he did try to run, and we did lose him for a bit, and then we found him and we ripped him.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Ripped him
good.
again.
And then you got The Witcher 3. Anything else on
Witcher
Evolve?
3, the Wild
Yeah.
Hunt. I think everybody's heard about this game. If you haven't, you're an idiot, or living under a rock, or this is the first time on the internet.
Welcome, by the way. If
Everybody-
this is your first time on the internet, welcome.
Good choice in
And
video.
thank you for visiting DG on your first outing to the internet.
Yes. But yeah, no, The Witcher 3, really good. Witcher 2 was a brilliant RPG. Witcher 1 I could never play because of the combat mechanics, but The Witcher 2 is really fun. Story is absolutely amazing. Beautiful worlds, huge amounts of gameplay. Just, oh my god.
I'm kind of scared of actually playing The Witcher 3 because I think I would have to spend about another $1,000 on my computer.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
am looking forward to spending that another $1,000.
The amount of money you make a fortnight, it's like, oh, I'll just save up for a month and a half. Oh, new computer.
Yeah.
Month and
Yeah.
a half.
You make over 200 a fortnight.
I make 600 a fortnight now.
Yeah,
That's a paper board.
So yeah, exactly. You just have to wait 2 months, and there you go. 24.
Alright, guys, we've been going for quite
You're
some
doing
time.
the math wrong, mate.
It's an
Uh,
average of 4 weeks a month.
Anyway, moving on to our very last topic. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominion Gaming's Game of the Year for 2014. We're going to start off in 3rd place, go up to 2nd place, and then go up to 1st place. Who would like to do the honours of having 3rd place, announcing that? Terrence, you talk about it.
The
Go.
3rd place winner goes to The Wolf Among Us for being awesome.
Yes, I think we can all agree that The Wolf Among Us was a really great game. Its story just captivated us, and we just kept on playing it over and over again. Or not over and over again, but kept on playing it, keep on pushing, and always wanted that next episode to not be released a month later. We probably should have just played it. Yeah, we probably should have just played it all at
When
once.
we played the Game of Thrones one,
Just play it all at
We
once.
should-
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Game
still
of
want to play
Thrones.
the Game of Thrones one.
you better do it on the same bloody day I do it, because I'm not waiting to talk about it. None of
Yeah,
this
okay.
bullshit
If you guys
of me
get the
having
Game
to
of
wait.
Thrones one,
Yeah,
tell me and I will buy
we-
it.
Play the next episode.
We had a code.
Oh,
We had a
and-
code. If you'd played it, Sam would type Bigby, and if I hadn't played it, I would just say yeah, not yet, and he'd be like, God damn it! It was oh my
That's
god.
just been our code with any game we play. If someone's played it beforehand, it's like if multiple people have the game, talk about it in a different chat. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Like you guys. Well, I was trying to make this beautiful picture.
by the way, thank you Impstar for creating it. All right, and then second game. Let's Kieran, you can start us off with the introduction and talking a bit about it. You have the list,
Talking
right?
about Dragon Age.
No. God damn it. Okay, South
No.
Park, Stick of Truth came second. God damn it. Anyway,
Okay.
Kieran,
South Park Stick of
Kieran-
Truth. Sorry, zoned out for a
Wrecked
second.
it all!
Okay, Kieran. Here. You see, it is the one on the bottle.
I
Second is
figured
the
it
one in
out.
the middle.
Fuck. I zoned out. I'm in the middle of organising something tomorrow night as well.
StarCraft. No, fuck. Here we go. I fucked up too. South
Anyway,
Park.
so, South Park, Stick of Truth. Honestly, the word South Park basically explains it all. You're looking at the usual crude humour you get from South Park, but instead it's combined with a epic storytelling elements you get from an RPG, and I quite loved it.
Oh, it like just like, playing it felt like I was the new kid in South Park,
Oh
and
god,
this was
yeah.
happening. You know, this,
Very
The
immersive.
things that happen in the story, you would expect to show up in the show.
and I was so surprised it was like that long of a game. I was thinking,
yeah.
you know, maybe a 3-hour experience or something, but no, I sunk about 10 hours into this game. just to complete the story. I haven't gone back and done everything else yet.
Yeah.
But,
My
found it
pro-
really.
yeah, my favorite part about Sticker Truth was probably the combat. Interesting how they adapted. Obviously, they're LARPing right in the game, so how they adapted it's like magic into the game, and how they adapted different special
Did you
moves.
play Mage?
I didn't play Mage, but I obviously saw a lot of it. And like you had like dragon shouts, and they did so many hilarious things. It was just like, what was it? Like you would use like different weapons. So obviously, better weapons would do like better things, and then I'm not really thinking straight, but stuff.
Huh, a
I
black thief.
still
Never would have saw that one coming.
I still remember the first time I used a one of my magics, and all my character did was pull out a fireworks, lit it on fire, and run up and sprayed it all into his face. It was like, yes! Oh my god!
And then Cartman's commentary as well was pretty amazing.
Oh,
And-
Cartman's commentary was gold.
Yeah, it's just and then if you chose the class of
It
the
should've
Jew,
won an award.
if you
Well,
chose,
guess we're not gonna be friends.
yeah.
Black thief. I've already said the line, so I won't repeat it again.
Yeah, pretty much, and it's just it was really good, really well made. It was actually probably one of the big. Did we say it was one of the biggest surprises of 2014? Either way, it was
No,
really.
if we didn't,
No,
it definitely
I-
is.
I was expecting to be good because the writing and all that and the voices, mate. The creators of South Park have a lot of influential.
Yeah,
They've written
and-
the whole fucking story
Yeah.
and everything. You know,
It was made by
they
Obsidian,
did have mostly creative control, so I was expecting it to be good.
and it was made by Obsidian, yeah, and they have a brilliant history with RPGs. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it was actually, now that I think it wasn't really surprising. They had all the makings of a great game. Yeah.
The only thing that delayed it was THQ going under.
Yeah, that was
We
kind of
would've
that
got
was
2013 if it wasn't THQ going under, really.
that's actually quite a sad story seeing THQ go under just as this game came
Yeah.
out. But I'm really glad that Obsidian Entertainment picked it up. Who were the publishers in the end? Shit. Oh, was it?
Oh,
It was the people who do Dead Island. Was it them? Yeah. I think it was them.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Deep Silver.
Deep Silver, yeah, they picked it up, I think. But either way, I'm really glad that it was picked up in the end and it was actually released. There was a
I
lot of
also,
people.
like-
There was a lot of people. Just looking at Steam.
No, Ubisoft picked it up.
It was actually Ubisoft. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just saying for the intro. Yep. Actually, yeah, no, it was really well done. I'm so glad that we got to play it in the end. Yeah. Any last things on the Stick of
Yeah.
Truth?
And the fact that the guys who did South Park were actually willing to give the game devs all access to the files and everything they use, so they could recreate it as best as they can.
Yeah. All the digital art and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the biggest problem the creators of South Park actually had was thinking how the town is actually set out, because before they would just go, okay, the guys go to Kyle's house and then they cut to the scene of Kyle's house. Now they have to think, well, where's Kyle's house?
Yeah.
In relation to everything else, where's Kyle's house?
Yeah.
Where's the Chinese shop?
Obviously,
Yeah,
obviously, right next
They did
to.
a good job.
Yeah.
They did
No.
a pretty good job. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Alright, so even though it's been ruined, hopefully you didn't hear the ruining of it. But ladies and gentlemen, Dominion Gaming's game of 2014 goes to Dragon Age Inquisition. And no surprises there, I do believe. I have been anticipating, ever since I saw the first thing of Dragon Age Inquisition, I was like, oh my god, is this Game of the Year material? Are they going to fix all the things they were going to do that they fucked up in Dragon Age 2? and I absolutely love the Dragon Age universe. It is brilliant. I think I prefer it to the Mass Effect universe. There's something about it that I prefer the fantastical to sci-fi, but sometimes I prefer sci-fi to fantasy. I don't know. I just go through phases, and at the moment I'm in a fantasy phase, and I'm absolutely loving everything. I literally just spent an hour and 20 minutes before we did this video on setting up my keep, which is a system that they have in which chooses like all the different choices that meaningful choices in the first two games and their expansion packs that you could have made, where you put it in this keep, and it plays like a video of like of what happened in your story and like what your character was. Was he a human noble?
I think it does link to your Origin account, however.
It does, yes.
I own Dragon Age Origins on a different account.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
the
know.
one that's playing on the Xbox.
If you had the Dragon Age Origins saved and Dragon Age 2 save on your Origin account, even through PS3 and all that, it will set up your keep for you. But you can go in, manually set up a keep, and just trying to remember what choices you make.
I'll have to double check it because, as I said, I'm playing it on two different Origins accounts. I'm playing Inquisition on my account, but I own Dragon Age Origins through a mate's account, DG Wolf, not Wolf, Reaper.
Yep. Who isn't really DG, but he's still affiliate. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's still DG and half.
He was just busy tonight.
But yeah, no. Dragon Age was
that led us to ground.
pretty much.
We burnt that bridge. Everyone still got Kieran.
Why did we burn that bridge? But anyway, Dragon Age Inquisition, guys, it was absolutely brilliant. I'm literally just about to play it, not tonight because I got to go to bed because I have a 4 a.m. alarm again. Fuck, that's not fun. But anyway, obviously, I cannot wait to play it. Everything that I've seen is just like brilliant. The storytelling is great. The mechanics, the gameplay, the fighting, everything is so much better. And like, oh my god, I cannot wait to get my paws onto it. Why is it your guys' game of the year?
Mainly because I've finished Origins. I didn't touch number 2 just because it was. I heard it was a bit
Actually, the story was brilliant in Dragon Age 2. I absolutely loved it. But it was just going back to the same area just broke the immersion for me, and it really annoyed me. But
I heard it was the story was so the game mechanics were better than Origins, and you know I played Origins for the story. I didn't play it for the game mechanics, and Inquisition combines best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's a game I want to keep playing, but I don't want to keep playing at the moment because there's so much stuff going on in my life, and I don't need to be entranced by it. And I did get entranced by it. That's the thing. It's like I would wake up, play Inquisition, and then forget I have to go to TAFE. So,
one of those games.
I have almost missed a couple of mornings of work because I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition the day before or the night before.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about it?
Oh, it has some humor. I was like,
oh god, yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen one thing happen.
The banter between characters that you take out on mission.
Oh my god, the banter is.
Oh my god, it is hilarious.
Hey Sam, have you seen the Angry Joe review of Dragon Age Inquisition?
No, I haven't. I should watch that.
You'll see the scene I'm talking about, but there's a scene where you're having a man-on-man romance scene. It's just the two of you, and then you got the other man laying across the bed naked, and then someone walks in and they're like, oh god, what do they walk into? And then another person walks in and they're like, oh god, what the hell? And then the third person comes in, and the guy that's laying on the bed is like, oh come on, here we go. And then the third person comes in and is like, oh what the fuck? And it's just each of them, the reaction of each person as they walk through and the door,
And then another person
because they're all
walks in, I've got your pizza. I'll come back later.
yeah, it's just like they keep walking through the door because they're all trying to talk to the Inquisitor, and they're all trying to get to him, and then there's just like the naked guy sprawled out across the bed, and it's just like, well, fuck. It is pretty hilarious.
That's what they were planning on doing.
One problem with it is that one detail of Bioware games is just the relationship romance thing is just pushed way too
However,
far.
Actually, I don't.
do like what they've done this time. Most of the characters are, yeah, okay, we'll make them bisexual. This game, they've actually gone out and made a flat gay character.
Yeah, like no, they've done that in the past with Zevran as well. It's just like, or bi, sorry.
No, this is the first game where they've made flat gay characters. You could have bisexuals, asexuals, or straight. They haven't made a single homosexual character.
Wait,
It-
they
the-
made an asexual character?
Not asexual, pansexual, sorry.
But yeah, no, like that's the thing with Bio that I do really like is that it is an actual real world. Obviously, there will be people who are into that kind of thing. There are people who aren't into that kind of thing, and it's just like it doesn't really matter. And that's the thing that I love about it. It doesn't really matter who you're into. It's just your choice of the way that you would live out your life there. And like obviously for me, I would choose a straight romance option. Some friends of mine that I know, they would choose obviously like a girl and girl, or a guy and guy, or something, or whatever, or interracial. Like it doesn't matter. Like that's the thing, that it's just there. It's not like, hey, there's interracial sex. Guess what we have? They're not like advertising or anything. It's just like, hey, it's a thing, and it's the way that's presented is really well done as well. I don't know why I don't know why. Yeah.
I don't like the idea that there isn't like
User
every
in your
character.
channel timed out.
Better not be.
No, that was Kieran. It's alright.
No, it's Kieran here. I don't like the style of it's sweet enough to them. They will come into bed. Obviously, there's some people who have a personal preference of their gender and sexuality, and nothing's gonna change that. Like me, I'm never gonna get into a bed with a guy apart from Jesse, and that's a whole different.
Whole different kettle of cock. I mean,
Oh
but
god.
in a sexual way, I'll never sleep with another man. And they should add that. It's like obviously it's a gender, so why can't that
User
have
entered your
effect?
channel.
Yeah, exactly. That's
In that situation. And I don't like how you might be doing something really serious and you get like this flirty and response to this, and like, why would anybody say this at this time?
yeah.
it's like, we need to go down into hell and destroy the demon. I'd like to go down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that kind of smuttiness at
It just
inappropriate
doesn't
times.
fit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got your jerk response and your noble response and your response.
Are
Don't
they
always need your
Are they
How you
shaded
doing
with
response?
blue, red, and yellow this time?
kinda. It's more of a this is an aggressive response, and
Yeah.
it doesn't say this is a bad response. It just means you're being aggressive if you choose
Yeah.
this response.
Yeah, they did that in Dragon Age
Yeah.
2. Anyway, any final things that you want to say? Combat's fun, story's good.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
all the winners and runner-ups, and if you didn't get called, that means you didn't make it. And these are our personal preferences, and whatsoever. These are not saying that every other thing is bad and you should only play these games. This is just saying
This is what
this is
we
what we enjoyed in
the general
2014
yeah,
and
yeah.
didn't enjoy.
it was the
Yeah.
general consensus of DG that these games were won that
Yeah.
that section, and those sort of
Yeah.
topics. Like this is what we generally feel. Like obviously, I feel that The Witcher 3 is going to be much better than what one of you guys would say, or something like I feel that.
Yeah.
It's just like
Basically,
it's
it
a
comes down to a vote system with us, and more votes means higher up. And
yeah. We didn't go
we'll get
like
a three-way tie. We just give them more the winner.
yeah, pretty much. We didn't really like go into
Or
it
we
and do
just
a
don't
proper
count
vote. We just
Kieran's
said
vote.
yeah. There's also that, but
Yes.
but like yeah, it's not definitive these are the best games in the world, but these are the games that we enjoyed this year. Any final since we are this is going to be posted tonight, and we're coming up to the end of the year. This is going to be the end of 2014. Any final things that you want to say about this year for DG and for yourself? Obviously, Sam, you might have something to say about your plugging and whatnot. So is there anything that you guys want to say each individually? As a DG member to our fans if they get this far in the video.
Alright, so I'll just do my beginning and get that out of the way. Me and Marlon Bacon we're not leaving DG, we're kind of stepping aside from DG. We're still going to be part of DG and probably involved, and there's still stuff going up on DG from us in 2015, but we are going to mainly focus our points in the upcoming channel called Your Guide 2, and that's 2 with the number 2. And it's basically just random guides from games to buying games to comic books to what you should wear for summer. Who the hell knows? We've only got a couple of episodes planned, and they're not going to be bang, bang, bang. They're all going to be planned, and we are going to take our time with this. So the first third, would you say halfway through January, will probably be ready to come out, and another one probably 2 weeks down the line from that.
One question on that: are they live action? If so, if not, why not?
They're part and part. It's going to be a lot of editing, so I did get a camera for Christmas, a pretty good one, called the 1080.
What did you get in the end?
MP4s and stuff. I got a Sony HD, a Handycam.
Yep.
It's pretty good. It's a video camera. It's not something like you have.
Yeah.
But I tested it out. It's pretty good.
I think I did my
can't
short
say
films and
more
those
than
things.
that. But yes, there will be. It'll be live action. Part way through, and then jump to. If we're doing games, we'll be jumping to games, or if we're doing something like comic books, we'll have comic books on it. Who knows what the hell's going to go on? I'm going to be doing the editing, and they're progressively going to get better. Don't worry, guys. So look forward to that. That is Your Guide 2. Spelt Your Guide, number 2.
We'll probably
Nothing up
just
yet.
get you to put a link down in the whatchamacallit bar.
Yeah, you
Who-
guys,
who-
you guys can edit that in.
Do
You know I'm a
you?
I'm a lazy motherfucker,
Do
so you guys can add that in later.
And I look forward to see what DG does in the next year, if it's going to still called Dominion Gaming, or if Jesse's going to change the name.
I'm probably going to be keeping it just Dominion Gaming. Just Dominion TV, yes, it is a thought, but I just think I'm just going to keep it Dominion Gaming and not really care what sort of content we produce. But yeah.
Yeah, and look forward to 2015, and I hope you guys had a good 2014, and leave a comment about your wishes for 2015.
More cookies.
Kieran, you got anything to say?
That's all from me. I'm out.
Kieran, you got anything to say before I quickly give the closing statement of 2014?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I'm going to be doing work with DG, but I'll be sliding away a little because I'm going back to uni next year, so that's a lot of my time. I'll be a full-time student, so that's 40 hours a week put into study and whatnot. So what very little time I do have, I won't be recording any main series. I'll probably just be guest stars on some other series. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good 2014, and I can't wait to see what 2015 brings.
I'm just going to start off what I have to say by saying sorry. If you look at our YouTube history, you'll see videos for a week, like 10 videos or 5 videos or something for like a week, and then nothing for months on end. And I want to say sorry to all of you guys for not having consistent content and for not really delivering on a lot of things. For example, the PAX videos. That was my computer and my graphics card. I think I have narrowed it down to being a graphics card issue. For some reason, I can't update the drivers on my graphics card. I just get a blue screen of death when that happens. But I really do apologize for not having that content up. I would have had it up within the week after PAX. And that content was really good too. Like, I really liked that, except for our end of day videos. We were just really tired and didn't really care. But the interviews that I got, they were really, really good, and I was actually very happy with how I performed in those. Obviously, there's still things that I can improve on in those interviews, but they were really well done, and I'm glad. I'm really proud that I got to do that. I'm actually officially recognized as press by Bethesda for some reason, and it's like there have been little steps forward for me personally, and there have been little steps forward with DG with being recognized as a thing. But that's the thing, though, that we really haven't taken those steps and took those steps and gone a mile, and which we really need to do if we want to improve. We've only gone up by about probably 50 subs, 60 subs maybe in the year. We hit 100 mark, 150 mark subscribers, and then no, we're not even that. We're only at 88 something subscribers. Have we even hit 100 subscribers? I don't know. Why don't you guys have a quick look for that? And then, like, we haven't... Facebook, we got a bigger following because of my coverage of events with photos and whatnot. A lot of cosplayers. I'll talk about that in a sec. But I just want to say sorry again, just for not living up to what I promised at the end of 2013. And I'm really sorry that didn't happen. I'm going to start off by saying for next year, I'm not going to promise you anything, but this is what I want to do. I want to get one rant video a month. I got a backlog of a few games, which we probably won't do now because we've talked about them briefly here and we've probably lost all interest. But I really want to get rants going one a month. That would be really awesome. And it gives us a chance to express ourselves as well, and really think about a game, and really think what made us love or hate that game. And I really want to get that going again next year. I want to give you more coverage of what's actually happening in the team of our StarCraft 2 team, rather than just cast their games and casting random games. And while on the topic of casting, I want to cast more frequently, maybe once every fortnight. Make sure I cast a game. Force myself to cast a game. Set a reminder on my computer. Set a reminder on my phone to cast a game of StarCraft. Not only to keep to have more content on the channel, but also to keep up my casting, because I love casting. I've always have, and in that sense, I got to cast my first LAN event this year, and I was really proud with how I performed. I thought I did all right, considering and I was just I'm getting more and more opportunities to do bigger things. Yeah, I need.
Also, you did cast that Battlecry game.
Yes, I did. But that was trash because I knew nothing. I was talking complete and utter bullshit out of my mouth. And
not to mention, you also went through Bethesda HR.
Yeah. It was like, there are things that
So, New Year's resolution, Jesse. You've been rambling on.
Sorry, this is a...
For me, is to badger every part of DG to do more work. Whether that be myself or you to do, or Kieran to do whatever he does.
I don't
Pretty
even
sure
know
he
what
did
I
something.
do, so get real.
But we just need... Yeah. We just...
And...
Go.
Yeah, I think the main issue for all of us is net time, and that's like doing my head in at the moment. It's like we've got a new router, but to do anything better, it just gives me wireless around the house. But I need ADSL2 to upload the videos I want to, because I want to upload in 1080p and I want to do it within a reasonable time. And
there's a lot of things.
but
Problem, yeah. Go.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems on our end, but
Technology hates me.
if we badger each other, we will do better. You know, just that's the way it works. But
Yeah,
we
that
get
goes
on our
without
case.
saying.
Just you've got to be the hard driver, and I will drive you hard too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
will.
Giggity.
So the
Giggity,
only man you've ever laid in a bed with,
Response options.
only bed man you've laid in bed with, yeah, giggity. Anyway, guys, but that I agree completely with that. We need to push ourselves to be better, do more, and not just waste time on things and just be apathetic. Because I don't really want to do that. We just have to do it. We just do it because. Just cause, like, obviously we're passionate about games, we love our games, and the whole point of DG is because it's the things that we love. Gaming is what we love, comics is what we love, etc., etc. We love movies, we love music, we love all these different things in our lives, which just keep us going each and every day. And that is what DG is all about. We have become a family because of it. I call these guys more than friends because I've known these guys for so long, and I know they have my back when I'm in the dumps, and I know and they know hopefully they know that I'll have theirs when they're in the dumps. And like, we are really good friends, and we just need to push ourselves to be better on the content side of things. We need to push ourselves to be better on a professional side of things. We need to push ourselves to be the better writers, better communicators. Obviously, I stumbled and fucked up so much tonight. I need to become the better Jesse that there is. So my New Year's resolution for next year
And
is to
all
manage.
this-
Go ahead, Terrence, quickly. Sorry.
Oh, it's just all this talking about trying to be better and everything. It just reminded me. Do or do not. There is no try.
Exactly. That is a very good
Words
quote.
from a wise man.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, so my New Year's resolution is to manage all three fronts that we have on DG. We have DG YouTube, which is us guys that you're talking to, that you're seeing right now. We have DG StarCraft 2, which are I'm slowly rebuilding the team because we had a lot of people become inactive, and then do DG Facebook, which I've added a whole bunch of cosplayers who are also my friends from the Gold Coast, who I'm gonna try and get them to do like something once a month to just keep something onto the channel, get them to help me cover events so I don't have to do all the camera work, so I can actually go out and enjoy a con, and they can do a bit of camera work as well and help me out, and I can help them out. Get exposure on all fronts, and I want to push DG to new heights next year. I want us to get over probably 200 subscribers next year if I can. I want that to happen. I want to get us to over 500 likes on Facebook. These are just really low numbers, but that's what I want. I want to get more people into DG and understand what we are about. So I'd just like to say thank you very much, guys, for watching us. Those of you who are still with us watching all of our videos, thank you very much. My name has been Wolf, been joined by Impstar,
Bye, guys.
Mindless Bacon,
See yous.
and Brutos.
See ya, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a very safe New Year's, and see you guys later. Bye bye.